It's about 10 minutes after 9, and we've come to the place where the side trail to the Mt Algo Shelter leaves the Appalachian Trail. Well, actually, you can just make out the shelter through the trees, but we'll go over and take a look. This brook is the water source for the shelter. The guidebook says that it may go dry in late summer. Plenty of water in it now, though. Well, here's the shelter closer up, complete with my pack and the bugs swarming. So it's a pretty typical shelter design for Connecticut, and it seems to be in good repair. Here is the official map for the area. I'm not sure you can read that with the glare, but we've got 4 official tent sites and a privy and a wash pit. So this is tent site number 2, which is somewhat oddly closest to the shelter, and there's in addition to places for a couple of tents, there are several places for hammocks right here. So this is tent site number 1, which is pretty open and has the benefit of being a fair distance from the shelter. Hope you can see it down in there. Nothing's leaping out at me in terms of a great place for a hammock, but well, it's a nice place to tent. And the woods are in general fairly open around here, so I don't think hammocking is going to be a problem. Tent site number 4 is also fairly close to the shelter. I'm probably standing on what might be the best tent site. Spot for a tent there. Curious that none of these spots are really beat down. I mean, it's nice, but why is Scotticoke Mountain comparatively overused? I don't know. Certainly it's not because this place is less attractive. So there's a wash pit right over there. We'll see if we can find number 3. Well, the actual designated spot number 3 is eluding me, but there's certainly plenty of places to put up tents back here, or potentially hang hammocks. Back up in there is the Privy, and since we've come this far, I guess we should take a look at that. So the Privy seems to be fairly new, but strangely it is not the moldering variety, which has 2 pits, and the Privy can slide back and forth, so one can break down while the other's in active use. Don't know, but it's the newer kind of open design, which is nice. Well, maybe they just shift the seat from here to here, and that gives it 2 compartments. And we're out of duff. Oh yes, and there is a sign that says, in fact, it is a moldering Privy. So, Mt Algo Shelter. Very nice, whether you're planning to use the shelter or to camp out, or using either a tent or a hammock or a tarp, or whatever you bring.